Hello, my name's Claire, and I'm quarantined just like the rest of us, and I kind of figured I'm already going to be baking anyway, because I stress bake in all situations, so I figured why not film me making the things I'm going to do anyway, and put it on the internet for no one to find and watch. So grab a White Claw or an alcoholic beverage of your choice, and let's get started. Oh, that's so good. Okay, so today the recipe I've decided I'm going to make is brownies, and these are my favorite recipe for brownies that I've ever had. They're from the Best of Bridge Enjoy book, which is the yellow one. My mom has all of them, and I grew up making all the baked goods in all of those books. They're fantastic. I'm not a huge chocolate dessert person. I love chocolate, but I don't like chocolate cake. I don't really like fudgy brownies, and I find these brownies tread the line of not being too much of that like heavy, not disgusting for some people I'm sure, but in my opinion, like that dense fudgy brownie is really not my thing. These are more light. So join me and we'll make them. They're very, very easy to make. Okay, so step one, I have a cup of butter. I'm going to put it into a large bowl. Perfect. Oh, I'm going to have to use my muscles for this. That's okay. To this, I'm going to add 2 cups of white sugar. Ugh. And I know everyone's like, oh, when you're baking, everything has to be exact. No, it doesn't. It can be however you want it to be. This is your life. This is your brownies. You can do whatever you want. I measure, but I don't measure closely. Perfect. 2 cups. Excellent. So I'm gonna mix that all together because my butter's a little more firm than I would have wished it to be, but that's okay. So how's everyone's quarantine going? I'm a nurse. I work at a dental clinic, and so as far as everything is right now with everything in the world, my clinic is still open. There's 2 full-time nurses, so I'm kind of switching week off, week on working. So I was working last week. This week coming up, because I'm making this on Good Friday, so the week coming up I'm not working. So I kind of am getting the best of the both worlds kind of the quarantine working schedule. Like I didn't lose my job, which I'm very thankful for, but I also am not working full time anymore either. Because I don't know about you guys being the 0 people who see this video, have that feeling where because everyone else in the world is kind of on a weird schedule, just because my normal week, like when I worked last week, Monday to Friday, like normal, I was like, why am I doing this? Like everyone else isn't. Why do I have to? But like my job hasn't been affected. It's just this weird energy everyone has. Like it's the whole world has like a weird, strange vibe to it right now. It feels like I'm on vacation, but I'm not. And I need to make money to pay rent. It's just weird. So far, it kind of looks like this. You can see. Ideally it's going to be a bit more mixed than this. My butter's just a little hard, so a little ways to go still. We have, Yoda says. So another fun factoid about me, we just recently moved, my boyfriend and I, into this new apartment. You can't see much of it, but it's very nice. And we had a leaking faucet in our shower. It was like dripping constantly no matter what we did. So we had someone come and fix it today, actually. He was able to fix it this morning, and I didn't shower this morning, so I was like, perfect, I will have a shower later in the day, right before I make this video, so I'm nice and clean and all blah, blah, blah. And then the guy came, fixed it, and he had to reseal something, I don't know. And because of that, he's like, just don't use the shower for the rest of the day. Let it seal, let it dry. And I was like,
That's fine.
and I want to not look disgusting on the internet. So, with great help from my boyfriend, I actually showered my hair in the sink. It was not fun. I wouldn't recommend it. My hair was like going down the drain, and I had to clean the sink out, so there wasn't like food. But it was quite the adventure. But she's looking great. Okay, so obviously brownies need to have some cocoa. So this is just cocoa powder. I didn't get any fancy stuff. It's quarantine time. No amazing high quality dark whatever quality cocoa. This is just generic whatever you can find at the grocery store cocoa. To this you are going to add 3 to 4 heaping tablespoons of cocoa, and that's really for personal preference. If you like more chocolatey ones, do more. If you like less chocolatey ones, do less. I tend to go for 3 and a bit. I don't do a full 4th one. And that's enough for me. And again, we already mentioned I'm not a huge fudgy, heavy brownie person. I like them a little lighter, if even that. So that's where I go, but that's just me. So now we're gonna mix that in. I hope if anyone ends up seeing this and they were thinking of doing any big gatherings in the near future, you don't. It's super, super important that we all stay home and we stay away from each other. I know it sucks. This is what mine looks like right now. It's a little thick still. I think I should have softened the butter more, but you can tell it's definitely not the same color it was before. There's still some lumps in it though that I'm trying to get rid of, but that'll do. Taste it for poison. Butter, sugar, and cocoa. Next on our list is some vanilla. This is generic, disgusting vanilla I've had for way too long. It says 1 teaspoon, but honestly, in my opinion, vanilla is a personal preference. So I just pour it in until I decide I don't want to anymore. Sure, maybe a little more actually. Using the bowl that I had my butter in before, 4 large eggs, which I'm going to put in one at a time into a bowl, beat, and then put into the brownies. So 4 beaten eggs. Now, my brownies look disgusting. Look, you can see, they look atrocious. There's just egg all over it. So now you gotta mix it all together. Right now it looks kind of disgusting. You'll see how lumpy it is. You kind of wanna mix it until it smooths out a lot. You don't want those lumps of hard, like cocoa, sugar, and butter from before. So we're getting better. Looks kind of much softer than it was before, much more liquidy. That looks great. There's only one more mandatory ingredient left. Oh yeah, delicious. Don't eat raw eggs unless you're a nurse like me, and then you can't. Also, don't drink if you're not old. I'm old, so I can have them. I remember when I'm from Canada, and the legal drinking age here in the province I live in is 18. I remember when I turned 21, I was like, had already been legally able to drink for 3 years. And I was like, man, living in the rest of the world where the drinking age is 21 would really suck. Because I was in my first year of uni and able to buy my own alcohol. Like, that's amazing. You would be able to like almost finish your undergrad and still not be able to buy your booze. How do you guys do it? Like in the States, how do you do that?
That's so weird.
Now we need a cup of flour. I don't sift it or anything. Oh dear. I apparently don't pour it very well either. Perfect. And at this stage, you could also add, I think it's like a 1/2 cup to a cup or however many you want of walnuts. I never have. I'm not a huge nuts in my dessert person. That sounded bad, but I'm not a huge fan. So I don't, but you can. You can also add chocolate chips, white chocolate chips. You can try marshmallows. I don't know if that would work. Why not? Any other type of nut. If you're not a huge walnut person, you could do almonds or pecans or world's your oyster. Put whatever you want into these and let me know. You could even put like Oreo crumbles in it. Sure, why not? So now my batter looks like this. It's much thicker. It smells amazing. Looks amazing. Because it is amazing. Yeah. So it's very thick, loopy. This size pan. I'm gonna grab some butter from the fridge on some paper towel, or a napkin in our case, because we're out of paper towel, like everyone else, and just grease the pan so nothing sticks. And now, we just spoon the batter into the tray, level it off, and bake it. And that's it. That's how easy brownies are. Bringing my dough, my batter, into the pan. Right now it looks like this. And And then boop, 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 boop. I'm just leveling it out with my spoon. So this is what my brownies look like now. Just a sheet of brownies. So I'm gonna put these in the oven about 30 to 40 minutes. You'll be able to tell when they're done. I always take them out and put a toothpick in them, see if anything comes out. But yeah, 30 to 40 minutes in the oven we go. There's a sick camera angle where you can just see my body, but if you look through it, there's brownies in the oven. They start to bake and they have little bubbles on them there. So they haven't been in very long, but. So they've been in for about half an hour. They look pretty good. I'm gonna take them out and just do the toothpick test, I think. And these are what the brownies look after half an hour. I don't think it's enough time, so I'm just gonna stick it in, pull out, and it comes back covered and stuff. So they're not done. So I'm gonna put them in for like 15 minutes, I think. I end up adding another 10 minutes. So that's just 40 minutes total cook time. Into the middle. Comes out pretty clean. Let's do the other side just because. Middle. Comes out clean enough for me. So I'd say about 40 to 45 minutes is enough. I just don't want to burn it. They look really good, so I'm pretty excited. This is the final product of the brownies. They look like they baked really well. My new oven is pretty good. And they smell amazing. They're still piping hot right out of the oven. And that's really it. They're about like an inch thick. So if you used a smaller container to bake them, they'd be thicker. I just don't know about baking time. You'd have to adjust for that. These took 40 minutes total to bake. And yeah, they look pretty good. So I hope you guys give this recipe a try. They're amazing. They're really good if you heat them up or eat them hot with ice cream. Sometimes I put a bit of peanut butter on them. You can also make icing. I'm not a huge icing on brownie person myself, but if that's your vibe, totally do it. But give this recipe a try and let me know how it works out. Enjoy!